Cool. We are now officially live on both the platforms. We're live on TikTok and we're live on Facebook. Yeah. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Wilton Murillo. Murillo. Oh, if I just do this, I can just do that. I can just do this. Okay. I can just do that. That's cool. All right, I think I'm probably going to start with a normal general tarot reading, and we'll go from there because you never know. You know, since we got this going on, I can just like, I can move around all over I want. Isn't that great? That's awesome. There you go. There you go. Beautiful. Until someone actually pops up. Someone will pop up. Someone will pop up. I think I'm late to the party. I'm just late to the party. I am just late to the party. I'm just late to the party. I'm just late to the party. Late to the party. Late to the party. I am just late to the party. I feel like I haven't had any coffee yet. Oh, hello, users 1999 on YouTube. How's it going? I got someone on the tubes. Want to ask about your career? All right. I'll get your card for your career. You're looking for a job. Sounds good. All right, let's get going here. Let's see what we got for you. Let me do one more quick shuffling. One more quick shuffling. Oh. All right. One more shuffling. Shuffle real good. Get my left hand. All right, let's see. Let's pull a card for you. You are very welcome. What does user 1999 needs to hear for his career? Oh, gee. All right, cool. So I got two cards that just pulled up. All right, have you had any interviews yet so far? Have you had any interviews so far? Yes. Okay, what did you think about it? So we got the hanged man or hanged woman in this case. This is someone who just got, just gotta wait, gotta sit and wait and try to get a different perspective of things. That's usually what it means. Okay. The next up we got, next up we got strength. It's the card of, there you go. Overcoming fears, being more courageous. So just start thinking about this. You are actually doing the action of actually going there and looking for the job, right? Which that's the most important part you got to do. If you want a job, you got to look for a job. Because it ain't gonna fall from the sky. You gotta apply for companies and whatnot. But then once it comes down to your selective process, You got to get into that already owning that position that you're looking for. You got to look confident. When we start saying that, dogs can feel your fear, people are pretty much the same way. If you get into that interview room already feeling defeated, like you don't have a single chance on it, you will most likely show that up. Not necessarily on directly, you're not going to be telling them that, but they will feel it. And then they will show up as someone who's not as confident, who will be able to take the job. So be more confident about yourself. All right? You got to be confident. Got to be confident. All right, we got Queen Dawn. Thank you so much for the likes. I really appreciate that. Queen Dawn is asking, is there a chance that Nick and I will get back together, or shall I just move on? Pavni, Seth, I'll just get back to you shortly after this question, all right? Dawn on TikTok just got a little before you did. So. All right, is there a chance that Nick will get back to Dawn? King of Wands. Got King of Wands. That's the card of the guy. Dawn, there's a card of the guy who actually, go and get stuff done. Okay. I'm gonna tell you this. If that person really wanted to be with you, they would have moved whatever they had to do. You need to take action, not only for them, but for yourself as well. Being open on meeting other people. You can't be sitting and waiting for other person to validate you. Are you that kind of person? Do you really need to, be sitting and waiting for somebody? Ask yourself that. Do you really need that? Are you that person? Can't be waiting for nobody. If they decide to come back to you and then later on, and you ain't doing nothing, yeah. And if it works out for you, great. But if you wanted to do something about it, you would have done it. So make a decision yourself. Don't be waiting for theirs. All right, I got this other one here. Pavni Sethi is asking, my hookup ghosted me. What's up? She has blocked me from everywhere. Oh, come on, man. All right, what's up with Pavni Sethi? Pavni Sethi. Their hookup ghosted them. What's up with that? Yeah, just wasn't meant to be. They either did not like it. That's the lovers on reverse. Either they didn't like the sauce, or the connection wasn't there, or maybe they decided that they just didn't want it. The lovers on reverse, but or ma'am or sir, I don't know. It's 2025. Ethereal Moonlight, happy to see you too. A long time no see, huh? Thank you so much for hitting the like. I can get a card for you, yeah. Dawn, I've already answered your question. I got your question answered. If they really wanted to get with you, they would have taken action. Tay baby, thank you so much for the roses. Thank you. I really appreciate you. Yeah, Don, you got the King of Wands. King of Wands is the card of action, the card of the decisive person who will take action. So if you've been waiting for a long time and that person hasn't really made anything to get closer to you, I would be that kind of person who makes the action. You either want to try to get back to them and see if they really want to do this. If not, be kind to yourself and ask yourself, are you the kind of person who's going to sit and wait for somebody else to make a decision? All right, Ethereal Moonlight, let me get you a card. Let's see what we got for you. You're very welcome. Ethereal Moon on YouTube. We got the Temperance card. That's the card of balance. That's the card of foundation. Start looking on things with you right now at this moment that may be unbalanced. Are you working too much and not giving enough attention to your mental health? Or are you giving or taking too much out of a relationship? Are you simply giving some things too much attention and others not so much? This may be that point where this is a major card. It's Temperance. Temperance is a major card. If you're working too hard, let's say if you're working too hard, also ask yourself, am I working hard or am I working smart? Gather some data and see what works best for you, just so you can have a little more balanced life. That's what I did. I found out that apparently being live is the best thing I can do. So I gathered data and I made a decision based on data. Tay Baby on TikTok. Let's see. Tay Baby, are you still there? Oh my God, you guys. All right, Tay, let me get you. Let me get your question. All right. Oh boy, here we got pit. Wet pants. I'll call it wet pants. I won't call it pissy pants. Oh my God. Thank you for following the live. I really appreciate you. That's a great username. I love it. All right. Is Will getting the in America position? Let's ask about it. Is Will getting? All right. Ooh. We just got the Chariot on reverse. That's also a major card. That's a card of progression. That is not necessarily definitive. Okay. Do not stop believing. If that one doesn't work out, you can also try it again. You can try it a different company. I hate when it's not what you guys are looking for. But don't let it, don't let yourself or the other person, be put down just because of someone else's decision. What you want is what you want. All right. Pissy Pants. Jesus, what is that username, Pissy Pants? What the hell? You will get pregnant before the year ends. Look, we only got 14 days. We only got 14. You got 14 days to get pregnant. Let's see what my cards will tell you, folks. Come on. I'll get a card for you just because you followed. We got the we got the Page of Cups. You got the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is a really nice card. It's a good message. It's coming towards you. Take that as it resonates. Just remember, no one gets pregnant by being, not doing the stuff, not doing the deed. So if you've been doing the deed the way it's supposed to be doing the deed to get pregnant, let's all hope you got pregnant. There you go. I'm sorry. I have to. I mean, there's only one way, you know. There's only one way to do it. We all know how to do it. So, oh boy. We got Christy Poe. Christy. Let's see here. When will I talk to my adult daughter again? All right, Christy, let's check for you. Oop. All right. When will Christy get to talk to her adult daughter again? Oh, we got the 10 of Swords. That's the biggest, worst card of the deck. Have you guys already apologized each other? Have you guys got to sit down? Have you guys got to sit, recognize, and gave enough time to heal from the situation? This is a very negative card. I don't like giving, bad answers, but give yourself and the other person some time to heal. You both deserve that for whatever happened. But it doesn't get any worse than, this card. You just gotta accept the situation I know it hurts. It's a daughter. I cannot give you I cannot invalidate. That's the right word. I cannot invalidate what you feel for your daughter. Yeah. I cannot invalidate what you feel for your daughter, or I cannot invalidate any of that. But sometimes we need to accept what is at the table at this very moment. We gotta heal ourselves and understand why that happened. Understanding why that happened, forgive ourselves on why or what happened, move on, and hope, hope that somehow someone else will come back and, give them the tea that you've been looking for her. Yeah, if you have been trying to reach out to her and she went no contacts, I feel like the more you try to push into that person, the more they will retract, if that makes sense. To push into that person, that's what I mean. But don't lose your hope. Don't lose your hope. Just use this time to assess the situation, see what went wrong, how can you avoid of whatever happened to, not happen again, in case she comes back. It takes two for reconciliation. It takes two for a fight. It takes two to get together. Okay. Shetty 876. Will Mari contact me soon? Oh, Jesus. Hold up. That was not meant to be there. I would say you got the Hierophant. I would say they're thinking about it. Yeah. Hierophant is the card of marriage, the card of jobs, family, structure. All we can see is structure over here. I feel like this is building up, and it should happen soon. Yes, you're probably waiting for the right time, the perfect storm, as they say. Mm-hmm. They're probably just waiting, but they're thinking about it. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta wait till it cools off a little bit. Don't be telling each other off though. Don't be doing that. But we all need some time to think. We all need some time to cool off. So while she's away and she's just like, I'm not in the mood, and then you just take care of other things, take care of yourself. If you got a biz, you take care of your biz. If you got a career, take care of your career. And it's the same way I told I told Chrissy, you gotta assess the situation and what went wrong. Yep. See, take action. Here I am on TikTok. Here I am on TikTok giving free warrant card pulls. There you go. But you gotta start somewhere. Everybody starts somewhere. You know what I mean? Just use your skill and help yourself. Yep, you're right. Thank you so much for the likes. Smiley7 on YouTube is asking, will Tonya move in with me? Shadi, of course, no problem. If you haven't followed, you can always follow. I got a channel on YouTube. I pull cards and I try to give you guys, actual steps, not just fortune telling. I don't like fortune telling. I like having like the concrete that you can think about. I want to make people think so they can take good action, take good steps. All right, let's get the question for Smiley7. Smiley7, yeah, Smiley7. Will Tonya move in with Smiley7? Oh boy. All right, I got the Seven of Pentacles on reverse. That's the card where you feel like your investment or the things you've been doing, the things that have been growing is not giving you the results you want. So Here comes the question, Smiley7. Do you guys have enough? Do you guys know each other enough to the point where you know, you can get to that moving in? Are you guys financially well stable that you can trust each other to actually, get to moving in? Ask yourself if you are the person who, or they are the person. Because when two wants to make a deal, yeah, she says she loves you. So you guys got to figure it out together. Why isn't this growing? Why isn't this investment or this will, sometimes we're just not ready to give up on our own privacy. Sometimes we're just not ready to commit. Moving in with somebody else is a really, really big commitment, in quite my opinion. So that's something big. It's almost like getting married without getting on the legal stuff, but it's pretty close. It's almost like getting married. So, all right, Bean. Thank you so much for following. That is Lena. Will Kanan and I reconcile after our recent fight? Has been so distant since Friday. Will Caden and Lena reconcile? Will Caden and Lena reconcile? All right, we got the Eight of Cups. Usually, Eight of Cups is a card of, sitting away from that relationship. They're probably just thinking about it. And, as if you look at the card, it looks at somebody very distant, looking from a distance from all of those cups. They're looking back, they're thinking about it. You got to give them time, though, to see if that's what they really want. In the meantime, again, think about what went wrong. Why did you guys fight? Was it something you didn't give away? Was it something that he didn't want to give away? What was the give and take? But there's a possibility. I mean, it's on the upright. Does that make sense? Okay, just give a hard think about it, Lena. Give a hard think about it, and again, always do the assessment. What went wrong? How can I avoid that this the very same problem will happen again? And then give it a little time, and maybe if you want it really bad, then maybe be like, hey, this happened. If you need to apologize, then you apologize. And if you need to give the assessment on how you went wrong or how they went wrong, but just try to not argue. If you're gonna argue, you're just gonna hate each other at the end, and it's not gonna help. Okay. Jasmina, hello, Jasmine. Yeah, you have to be patient. Again, if you've been reluctant to move in with the person, they also need to understand that moving in with somebody is a big, big decision. It is not supposed to be taken lightly. You know. All right, let's get Jasmine's. You're very welcome, Lena. Baby doll, thank you so much for following. All right, Jasmine, will I get approved for a card this weekend? You got the King of Pentacles on reverse, Jasmine. What's your credit score? That doesn't depend on me. That depends on your credit score. And you got the King of Pentacles, which, is the guy who talks about money. And a King of Pentacles with not very good credit score, he might not get what he wants, or he might get a card that is not necessarily what they need. What's your credit score? Let's be realistic. That's how the world works. They are very mathematical. They are very good with numbers. Yup. Credit score, baby. Credit score, baby. If you ain't got no credit score, if you ain't got cred, you gotta have cred. You gotta have cred, especially to get a good car. Yeah. Baby doll is asking, does Zebo? Does Zebo still love me? Does Zebo still loves baby doll? Got King of Cups. That's a very positive card. That's a master of emotions. It's a very loving person. This might be a yes for you. Now you just gotta make sure that the card matches with what you see at this very moment. If he loves you, has he tried to contact you? How long has it been? Tell me. No? Okay. They left me. They left me on red. So sad. I'm gonna have me some coffee in the meantime. A couple days. Did you guys fight? What happened? Yeah. I mean, if it wasn't too serious, there's a possibility that he's gonna turn around and come back. I need some chapstick. Oh my god, look at that. Yeah, you got the King of Cups. That's the loving guy. That's the love guy. Let it cool off. If you have to apologize, you apologize. You understand that. If he's the one who did the bad stuff, then yep. Bro. Did he do something bad to you? Who messed up? Who messed up? Can't be messing up, guys. He talking to girls. I don't like that. Well, okay. So, do you want the very cold and cunning vision from a man? I can give you the cold and cunning vision from a man. Okay, so the cold and cunning. Man will talk to whoever. Okay, man will talk to whoever. It does not matter. Number 2, you gotta measure and see. Does this guy actually takes care of me? Does this guy actually gives me the attention that I need? Does this guy, actually is a guy? Or is he just looking for a girl who's gonna be coming after him? Ask yourself that. And then you got to think about yourself. Is this healthy for you? Are you the type of girl who's gonna be, going after a man? You don't need to be going after no man, because you got the honey. He does not. Get a man who likes you 10 times more. You got the honey, not him. You got the honey, not him. And that's coming from a man. Okay, I'm gay, yes, but you got the honey, not him. You shouldn't be running after a man who's, talking to other girls. Just be confident, be obsessed with yourself, be pretty for yourself, and you see that he's gonna come back like it's nothing. If he's meant to be with you, of course. Sometimes they just get bored and they want to just, they get bored and they want to talk to other people, send them, their banana pics all over the interwebs just to see what they get back. But that's man. You know what I mean? It don't matter. It don't matter. Man will be man regardless of the day and the time. Don't let it get to you. If you want to talk to other girls, let them talk to other girls. What about you talk to other boys? But don't be giving out for free though. Mm-mm. That's the biggest treasure you got, the honey. Don't be giving the honey for free. Mm-mm. Make him invest hard. Invest hard. Don't be getting no bananas in bars, nightclubs. Go take a walk at the wealthy part of town. Just go window shopping like you want nothing. Maybe you find something interesting there. All right, I'm gonna get my evil cards now. Evil cards. Monster Mary 3. Oh boy. Oh my God, it's warming here. All right, I'm gonna finalize this live and I'll get with some other stuff going.